So I decided I'll go back to my roots when it comes to uploading videos on this channel. It started with gaming, and considering I did make my last video saying that I wanted to make one a week, roughly about 10 to 20 minutes long, based on the views I got on the last video, I figured I've entered YouTube jail, as some YouTubers have dubbed it, the Shadow Realm, shadow banned for lack of a better word. And regardless, I thought there's one thing I haven't done for a while is actually play some solid single player games, which I've always enjoyed. It's been a big part of my youth, teens, growing up. Even when I was in the Defense Force, after Knockoff, I remember when Grand Theft Auto 5 came out, when The Last of Us Part 1 came out. It's all half of us wanted to do. It was go back to the lines, to our rooms, to our quarters, and play a good old single player campaign. The ones that didn't have a console or own the game would actually crowd around a dude's TV in his room and sit there and essentially watch. So this being one of the better games of last year, I believe, and one of the most recent, and one of the last. No SJW, no LGTV 4K, SBT UFC, fueled, injected, and essentially SJW games. I thought I'd give Space Marine 2 a crack, especially since it was on a trial run for the first 2 hours to play this shit for free. Got no idea what this is going to be about, got no idea how this game plays. Throughout, I'll interject with random commentary that just goes off topic to the game. I can clearly read the subtitles, nothing's really happening, nor is any of this making sense. Now, because the game's so old, I assume those that even care about it have probably already either played it themselves or have watched a walkthrough, so I don't even think my commentary is hindering the experience. Mostly I just want to have some fun. I want to play this for about 40 to 45 minutes of the trial, see how much I dig it to come back for the next hour and 15, hour and 20 odd. And if I still enjoy it after that, I might actually make purchase. There was a video actually. I stumbled across it on YouTube. There was a video about how older guys, millennials, older Zoomers, to stop themselves from doom scrolling, actually should jump into these testosterone fueled, macho man, male orientated, SJW free video games and experience the single player campaigns rather than just doom scrolling and absorbing truckloads of content slop. I do find this armor, these bulky figures, pretty ridiculous to start, but like I said, I got no idea what this is going to be all about. I'm keen to see, but this shit is already reminding me of Gears of War, which I never experienced outside of my friend's house, who I maybe went over to once a month back in high school. But the chainsaw, the bulky figures, this is already reminiscent of Gears of War, which apparently got remastered and then remade, and now is on the PlayStation 5 as well. I might have to jump into Gears of War if I end up liking this game. And video games can be healthy, and I want to see if that point proves true. Alright, so I'm guessing now we're going to take control and we're going to dive in. But yeah, throughout this, I'll talk a little bit, whatever comes across my mind in the next 30 odd minutes. It's actually pretty hard for me to concentrate on what I'm talking and trying to play the game well. I actually selected veteran difficulty, which I think was the hardest one you could in your first playthrough. There's like some Archangel of Death or whatever difficulty after this.
Kill team leader to squad. Confirm Vox contact.
And I probably should pay attention, but just seeing what's what. Graphics look pretty damn good on the PS5 Pro, I tell ya. And this is another reason I like buying games when they're like a year old. All those patch updates and fixes come out. Games are generally half price, and by no means are they outdated. So that's why I like waiting at least 6, but sometimes even 12 months.
Hellstrom, Alpha, I'm moving to the crash site. Do you read?
Any sign of the commander? Negative. No contact since the crash.
I'm here, damn it.
Hellstrom, you have command. What are your orders? We proceed as planned. Launch the
Do I even know a gun in this yet, or is not just walking around with
watch the Tyranids die.
a chainsaw?
A sight I will greatly enjoy.
I can't strike yet or anything. I've been essentially told how to walk and check for the objective. And here we go. I love it. That's gory, man. This game ain't shying away. Explains the health. Okay. Armor. So armor comes back and health comes back in sections. I don't know. It's been a while. It's a bit reminiscent of God of War for me, actually, which was one of the last games that I did start to finish on this channel. No commentary, but just played that shit start to finish. Maybe I'll do the same with this. It's not so much about the views or subscribers. A lot of the time I just do this for like my own sanity, my own experience, because I enjoy it. I think it's also like a good way to improve your public speaking, your concentration, like your focus. It's a good way to detoxify from the brain rot. It truly is. Like you try to play a video game while talking at the same time.
It is left to us to share the glory now, Kelstros.
Hold on, brothers.
What I tell you, it's real reminiscent of God of War. Even the parrying comes up in like a blue radius circle. Pretty sure it was exactly like that in God of War. Blue meant you could parry it with the right timing, and then there was red, which could only be dodged, couldn't be blocked. Yeah, I'm sure this is going to get exponentially harder. And maybe there'll be like varieties to these combos. It's just sort of getting me used to spamming and holding R1.
Now they send larger meat to stop me.
I sent a bigger one. Yep. Now we called it, so the bigger ones are gonna do the yeah. Okay, I should have paid more attention. Man, I'm struggling with that parry timing. I might actually get killed on the first big one. Yeah, I think if I didn't parry that, I would have been done for. Come on, man, you can't say that isn't Gears of War like. I'm just reminiscing. I haven't touched Gears of War since probably 2008. Because I never owned an Xbox, but oh, I think maybe I'm kind of reminded of God of War, actually. I think that had executions too. Either way, God of War started having a bit of a soy narrative. Thor was morbidly obese and an alcoholic. Just the entire narrative. Odin was some fucking junkyard salesman in God of War Valhalla, or Ragnarok, whatever it was called, the second one of the reboot. Like, I'm hoping there's no tofu and soy in this. Just Keep it real, masculine,
Darius,
honor, loyalty, duty,
brother,
country,
I will repay
orbit,
you tenfold.
space. We honor our dead.
This bolter will roar in your name, Darius. I swear on it.
Yeah, this is the kind of storytelling I want to see.
Vermin.
And surprisingly, the force feedback in the DualSense is really crunchy. It's really satisfying. If you got the DualSense where you can adjust the triggers, so you only have to do a half pull or quarter pull. Currently, I've got it set to the minimum quarter pull. It still feels really crunchy with the hair trigger.
Have you secured the virus bomb?
And so far, like, I'm getting the vibe that this is very linear. Like, not one of those types of games where you stray from the path. So God of War, there's a bit of exploration. I don't think there was any in Gears of War. Maybe later on, this is all just kind of tutorial level, I'm assuming, but it seems like that there's just these invisible walls everywhere and you just keep on going. What's this? Alright. It's like an extra mechanic where you get a good successful parry and then they start glowing red to curb stomp them or execute them. Still getting used to that parry window. I know I hit that, but again, it's like if you press it as soon as you see the blue glow, it'll actually be a bit too early. But it's like other games I've played actually that have this system. I've never played Arkham Knight, but pretty sure that had that kind of parry dodge combat system. Spider-Man games have that parry. It's nothing really revolutionary, but this is different. And so far having not experienced this world, see that? See how that glowed blue, but if I had pressed the parry button, it would have been way too soon, because it's like a charged up leap that fucking crazy frog was doing, or whatever these insects are. Yeah, seems like they just got pretty generic attacks, like they just leap at you. No idea what the hell's going on here, got drugged. Man, old mate is absolutely drenched. He's glazed.
We are running out of time.
Yeah, I don't know anything about this world, and this is like a sequel to a Space Marine game, and Warhammer 40,000 is like a whole thing. I think it even started off with board games. Correct me if I'm wrong if you want. Board games or like figurines. I remember when I was in high school, some kids were like going to these kind of special shops, or maybe they were just gaming shops, and it was a big thing to like paint these characters, and it might have, was it Warcraft or Warhammer? I get the two confused. It's something I never got into. You know, hand on heart, I actually bullied kids like that a little bit. But hey, times change, you grow up, and nothing wrong with being a little bit arty. If that's your thing. Just don't become a neckbeard. Still go out, do some exercise, play a sport casually, any sport, man. Like, that's part of being a man. And even if you got injuries, like, you can find a sport that you can still be passionate about and work your way through it with injuries, man. There's guys I see at the tennis club who are like, without exaggeration, 70 years old, and yeah, like, you just play appropriate if you play against them or if you're with them. Like, there's doubles. Anyway, that's just me talking about tennis because that's what I'm into, but like, you got to be active. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with even playing video games for like 6 hours a day, but find time to get outside. You know, an ex-girlfriend of mine actually used to tell me, like, oh, you only go outside when it's dark. You're spending most of the time inside. No, it's a fair point. Like, you do got to get outside, especially in summer. I'm not saying go outside when it's pissing down rain. You know, got like 80-kilometer gusts at the moment in like in the state of Victoria in general. Now I'm actually doing all right. Oh, spoke too soon. I thought I was meant to execute him. Oh man, that is I love it, man. I felt my dick move. This game is exactly what you want so far.
Tyranids and breaks the perimeter. Over. Anyone is the bottom en route.
Hang on, Kelstros.
This is just a man charged on accomplishing his mission, fulfilling his duty so far. I got no freaking idea what world he's in, what's going on, why his armor is so bulky, and how he's able to move so nimbly with all that armor, all that excess weight. I don't even know if it's an alien underneath all that armor. But I've got a fucking mission to complete, and I don't give a shit. Just stomping the ground, Vin Diesel fast. Was it 7? He makes the car park collapse. Shit, man, that franchise is fucked. Fast and the Furious. You know, if you'd walk into my house, you'd actually think like I'm one of the biggest Fast and the Furious fans, with the amount of Fast and the Furious posters and signed memorabilia, but only of the first 4 movies. Primarily Paul Walker. Like the R34 he had in Too Fast, Too Furious, which barely got any screen time. Wasn't a massive fan of the Supra in the first one, but I think when I was like, what are those? It reminds me of like a plague tale of fucking rats. Were they eating this dude?
Record log. To any Imperial unit.
I just meant to switch weapons, but we just like we did a Hell Hitler salute.
My brothers are all dead.
That's another thing. Funny if like what I just said now is enough to get this shit shadow banned. Like, Kanye West released a song about it, and man, like, got so much flack, not allowed into Australia. I think that was the main reason. This was only a couple of months ago. Tried to get into Australia, but like, oh, he released a song. But if you actually listen to the song, or better yet, read the lyrics, if you're fucking incapable of. Some people just can't hear lyrics when they listen to a song. If you read the lyrics, it's actually got nothing to do about anti-Semitism. But as far as things go, oh man, I think I've seen this part in the trailer before I start on another topic. I think this is where I get swarmed by a shit ton of them, and it's not happening yet, but I think like around here, I've seen in a trailer of this game over a year ago. I'm talking like a flood. If you ever played Days Gone, I thought like the amount of zombies that you get flooded with when you get the horde on you is a flood. I think you get truly flooded in this game. And this might be the section coming up now. I better like make sure I don't lose my armor, because then my health starts to drop. Like, I gotta be ready for this shit. Anyway, like the Fast movies, they inspired my childhood and like my love for like Japanese cars in general, but it's a combination. Like my childhood friend was big on Japanese cars and Hondas in general, and I became a Honda fanboy. And despite what people say, like, oh, front wheel drive and Ricer and all that, like, I've actually never owned a Civic, never even driven a Civic. Civics do look a bit like eggs to me. I've always been more of a Lude fan, like Prelude. But now I've transitioned to really appreciating the Integra.
They will adapt, but it will slow them down.
Preludes were just heavier, and the H22 I don't think is as good of an engine. It's definitely not as high revving as a B18C. Oh, is this it? No. Actually, remember in the trailer, like, they start climbing walls and shit. Surely it's like a little bit later. Absolute foul there. So you can only, and you should only parry when there's the blue ring around them. Not everything should be attempted to be parried. Like when they just leap at you without the blue ring, you should just fucking hack them out of the air like you're going for a home run.
Open the gates.
Shift chronometer reset. You're registered as on duty. Carry out the officer's work according to the divine synchronicity.
Just throw up the salute again. I know it's not that shit. It's the time we live in. I gotta like clarify that. Yeah, been watching the US Open, that's been alright. My boy Runa knocked out again to a qualifier. But, you know what, it gives me hope. He got knocked out to a 35-year-old. I think he's even going on to turning 36, like in the next 6 months. So he's not like one of those recently turned 35-year-olds is what I'm saying. You know, like, Djokovic is just like an outlier. He's a freak, like a 38-year-old freak. Not that I think he's ever going to win another slam, but yeah, now this German, this 35-year-old German is going up against Djokovic in round 4. So one of them's going to make it through to quarterfinals. And that's a pretty big deal, especially for that 35-year-old that I'm talking about, the German, because he was a qualifier. So he played 3 games of tennis leading up to the start of the US Open. He's played like 6 games in the last 9 days. And one of those was a 5-setter with Runa. So, yeah, that's remarkable recovery. And just the fact that he came out of nowhere, he didn't even have a seeding in qualifying. It's like gives people like me that are 33 years old hope, man, that like if you just eat right, do your shit right, most importantly, I think keep your mind healthy. Like your body won't even be healthy if your mind isn't healthy. Which is another reason why I just go on and off YouTube. It's just no point. It's just dribble. A lot of this is dribble. And every time I try and make a serious point about anything, it either gets shadow banned because of the way I spoke. I was too, outright and forward. And I'm a bit sick of just repeating myself about the same shit. Women this, women that, how to date, how to pick up, blah, blah, blah. Like, don't even worry about it. Like, dating, relationships, it's all just a ton of effort. And I think if you're just looking for a quick thing, yeah, I'm not going to advocate for it, but I'll just say I can level with you. Like if you're in your 19, 20, early 20s, like all the way up until like 25 or whatever, and you just want to have some fun, for lack of a better word, like, you know, that fun though, I will say in my experience, like a lot of the single mums that I've talked to on dating apps, and this is nothing new if you've watched some of my other videos, like, I don't make fun of them or anything. I actually sometimes just have genuine conversations because I like to understand how people get to the situations they get to. And I've spoken to some of them, like what happened? Like, how are you
What is the status
29,
of the
27, even if you're like 35? Point is, how are you a single mom with like 3 kids? Like, what happened? Now, whether I'm getting the truth or not is one thing, but more often than not, they tell me that the guy ends up, pissing off. Now, my position on that is, even if you despise, hate, which is a strong word really to hate, well, I don't hate any of my exes, and sometimes like I feel like I've been wronged, heartbroken, but I wouldn't use the word hate on any of them. But even if that is the case for you, the point is, like, you got kids, and even if those kids were, quotation marks here, accident, like, you have a responsibility. It's not even towards that woman and your love or hate or disdain for her. It's about your responsibility for those kids. Like, you did it, you did the deed, alright? Those kids weren't conceived from the fact that you kissed your wife or kissed your girlfriend or had a one night stand that was only kissing. It wasn't divine, immaculate conception. So you got a fucking responsibility as a man to look after those kids. And let's just say it's true. A lot of those women tell me that those men just do the bare minimum. Some just disappear entirely. And I think that is a low act, just in general, to your character. Now, I don't give a shit what profession you have. I don't care what you flaunt on social media, how expensive your Rolex is. You're a dog act. You did something and you can't take responsibility for it, when you damn well knew the consequences. I said this a million times. I go out driving, let alone I'm driving drunk or something, under the influence. And I went to court for this. I went to court, I was under the influence, I had an accident, I lost my license for 4 years, 4.5 to be exact, and I didn't try and like wiggle my way out of it like I got mental health and all that shit. I just said that, like, I did this, no one was hurt, thank God, but if someone had got hurt, killed, I would have wore it. I would have wore it. I would have probably been really upset, cried, but I would have wore it. Wouldn't have tried to weasel my way out of it that I had an episode or whatever, medication reaction. So that just comes back to like responsibility. Oh man, I gotta concentrate. Oh no. I wanted to do this Death 3. I'm about to get fucked up. Oh no. Oh. Holding my breath a little bit. Dude, we are one hit away. We are one hit away. Look at that. No armor, no health. Some armor came back. Oh, it's fucking dangerous times, man. And even when you roll through them, they get a couple of hits on you. Oh, press it. Oh, are we dead? Oh, man, we made it. The cutscene evaporated the enemies that were on our 6, about to tear us apart. We're death-free though. We are death-free. I love it when I can get a recording out that is death-free. Like, it doesn't spoil it. It is the authentic shit. Yeah, this is actually nice. It's like a bit of a change for me to do a video like this. Just talk about random things that came up. I think this might be, like, when it is the end of the level, I'll cut the recording. Because I think we're about half an hour in or whatever, and I think that's plenty of time. I open up a new can of worms with another topic, and might not really have like a subtle conclusion to the video that way. But you know, another thing I was thinking then, since I think we might be in our last couple of minutes, I'm just going quiet here because I got a feeling this is like a last stand, man. This is like a self-sacrifice last stand. This is that Medal of Honor shit, man. I'm enjoying the moment. Oh, they just, because our health bar and everything's gone, like, I'm starting to get the vibe that this is it. This is just, we're just gonna fucking fight until the screen turns red and we die. Because it's just getting subtly red. Like, it wasn't this red when my health was almost zero. And it's not recovering. Now I just got a feeling that like they're just gonna keep coming now until we keel over.
Even if I am slain, I will leave you with wounds by which you will remember me.
Oh man, love it. Testosterone level elevated through the roof, man. 1,000 milligrams per deciliter. The man has 3 balls, highly functioning pituitary. Looks like those fuckers that like from War of the Worlds that like crawled out of the ship at the end of the film with that head. Oh, we are just so fucked. There's 2 of them and there's those little bastards sniping us from the side. Oh fuck, I thought that was it. You know what, Space Marine? I will remember you. This was actually one of the funnest 35, 40 odd minutes of a video game that I've played in a while. Oh no, we're fucked.
May that virus strip your flesh from your bones.
Oh hell no. Maybe we're not, mate. Like our screen isn't red anymore. Maybe we just have to win. Now I want to talk about that Desi Freeman thing that we got going on in Australia here. Some guys on the run after, you know, apparently shooting 3 cops, 2 of them got killed. A lot of people starting to ask questions how like it doesn't really make sense. Some people were saying that he was suing the Premier, ex-Premier of Victoria, and he was going to go to court with like the ex-Premier of Victoria in like the next coming week or something. I found it odd to begin with how 3 cops were shot, because they never travel alone. So if they came with 2 patrol cars, where's the 4th? Where's the 4th cop? Where's the body cam footage of the confrontation? Because it's one of those like it or not things too. Like the body cam, as far as I know, is linked to your taser and to your primary firearm, to your Glock. So when you unholster it, your body cam automatically turns on. There's no like I forgot to turn it on or whatever shit. So I ain't playing devil's advocate here either, or trying to justify any kind of oh man, I'm dead. Oh fuck, I failed, man. I knew I should have been concentrating more than talking. Is this part of the way I'm... If I'm dead and this gives me a game over screen, that is one of the coolest game over screens. If this is just part of the story that you're meant to die, that's sick too. I think I'm dead, he's just gonna come like... Oh. I love it. The game had me convinced I was dead. I thought that's it. When he was about to slash, I thought it was just going to decapitate my head, and that was like a dragged out death scene. But it looks like that was meant to happen. Man, that's sick. I think the last time I saw something like that was in Sekiro, where you're like meant to die to the boss. Anyway, that Freeman guy, they can't find him. Like 4 days out bush. Now the cops think that he's being harbored by his local town, like in some guy's house or whatever. At first, the wife and son were like, oh, whatever, you know, hostages. Now they're suspects. Apparently there's like 500 police officers in the vicinity. And all I see is like those special operations group guys just literally dawdling around like they're posing for a photo op. Like, dudes, like, get in the bush, get in the scrub, pack a fucking 3-day pack, yeah, and go and sweep the bush. They're just sweeping it with like drones and thermals and a helicopter flyover. Dude's probably doing a Schwarzenegger Predator, just covered in mud, ghillie suit and all. Like, you actually got to do a sweep on the ground. Fucking hell. Like, they made more of an effort when that Ballarat jogger went missing.
The Emperor. The wound was fatal. You survived.
Damn. We ain't human. Or maybe we were, but now we're just friggin' Cybertron.
All are Primaris now.
Why?
Lord Calgar issued the command himself.
Is he here?
Gone. Summoned by the Primarch.
I must get back to the Watch Fortress.
You have been reassigned.
My place is with the Death Watch.
The Inquisition can find no stain on you. Titus, accused of heresy. You have served penance in the Death Watch for almost a century. And not once have you faltered. But you will never know redemption until you have faced the judgment of your brothers. Prove yourself to us and know true absolution.
I have no idea what's going on, but we're not human since we were in a death watch, whatever the hell, for 100 years.
What is your life?
My honor is my life.
Oh, it's beautiful, man. I won't even interrupt. This is poetry.
What is your fate?
My duty is my fate.
What is your fear?
My fear is to fail.
And the dude's a scribe on top of everything else. An honorable warrior.
My salvation is my reward.
Fighting for hundreds of years.
What is your craft?
My craft is death.
And neat handwriting.
Your pledge.
My pledge is eternal service.
Oh shit, man. That's almost like a condemnation. Eternal service. Man, he's got more than 3 balls.
The Rubicon surgery has reached.
Dude is enhanced as fuck.
You are now stronger.
I reckon we'll wrap it here.
More resilient.
Starting to get like notifications and stuff on my phone, distracting me a little bit, but video's gone on long enough.
Others will know that you served in
Glad I got the
Death Watch,
subtitles on.
but your dishonorable
If you wanted to
status
like
as a
follow the
black
story along
shield
with
has
me.
been redacted
I
from
tuned
your
out a little
lives.
bit, but
Should it be discovered, there would be.
it doesn't matter if I tuned in. I don't understand what
Calgar's
Death
offered you a
Watch
second
is, or
chance. Do not.
clearly I'm
hesitate.
missing a lot of backstory and lore. Anyway, it was good. I friggin' loved it. I reckon I got about an hour and 10 minutes left on this trial. I don't want to initiate like another cutscene by moving around. So I'll be back, yeah. I reckon I'll finish this trial. And unless the game starts slipping up and injecting female space marines and a bunch of soy boy action into it, I might actually make purchase. Because it's about half price this game at the moment. So there's my final thoughts, man. Video games can be good for you, man.